So fine students, we what we did in the earlier lecture was Huffman coding, right? Now, next thing we are going to study in this session is minimum variance Huffman coding. Now, minimum variance Huffman coding is slightly different from the Huffman coding. So, objective of this particular lecture is we are going to understand and know how we are going to calculate or how we are going to encode the symbols with the help of minimum variance Huffman coding. And secondly, we are going to compare the standard Huffman with the minimum variance Huffman code. So first thing is, let's see what actually minimum variance Huffman code is. See, the concept of Huffman coding and minimum variance Huffman coding is almost similar. That is, it is optimum prefix code that I told you yesterday. That is, it is optimum prefix code, and we all know what is prefix code. Now, prefix code is the code in which no other code word is a prefix of any other code word, right? Why is done so? It is done so that we can uniquely decode the symbols. There is no confusion in it. Now, we'll say that minimum variance Huffman coding is slightly different from Huffman coding, right? The main thing is, whenever we have two symbols in a Huffman tree that have same probability, just I'm highlighting this point, have same probability, we are going to merge them in Huffman code. But the order of merging these two least probable symbols is different in minimum variance Huffman code. Second thing, it is going to generate minimum variance in the code words. So that is the main advantage of using minimum variance Huffman coding. I'll explain you what actually minimum variance means and how do we calculate it, right? So let's start with first thing, how we are going to generate the codes with the help of minimum variance Huffman code. So we are having the algorithm. In this, the step-by-step procedure is given, in which the first step is same as we did in the Huffman code. The step says, that is, we are going to order or sequence the symbols in the decreasing probability order, right? The symbols will be given with the probability, and what we are going to do, according to the probability, we are going to put the sequence of these particular symbols. Now, we are going to repeat certain steps till a condition arises. What are the points we are going to repeat? First thing is, we are going to combine the pair of symbols with lowest probabilities, that is, those at the bottom of the list. These are generalized notations which are given, that is SI and SJ. When we are going to add these two lowest probabilities, what we are going, let's say this is the lowest probability and this is the lowest probability, we are going to add it and we are going to create a new symbol probability with this SI dash. Now again, we are going to sort it in the complete sequence, because this particular is newly generated sequence. Now, let's start with this. Until a single root node is formed, we are going to repeat this procedure until we get a single root node that is equal to P1. What we have to do, we have to label the upper path of each branch node with a binary 0 and the lower path with 1. Next step, we have to scan the tree from root to leaves so that we can extract the minimum variance Huffman code. Now you must be thinking that this is same as the Huffman code. I'll just let you know how it is little bit difference in putting up the sequence. If you remember, let's take an example. I'm taking the same example that we have taken in the earlier session of Huffman coding. So the example says let A is equal to A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. So we have 5 symbols and the probability for these 5 symbols are given as for A1, sorry, for A1 we have 0.2, for A2 we have 0.4, for A3 we have 0.3, for A4 we have 0.1 and for A5 we have 0.1, right? So what is the first step we have to do? First step is decreasing order with respect to the probabilities of these symbols. So highest is 0.4. So A2 0.4, A1 0.2 as given in sequence, right? You can see A1 is 0.2, A3 is also 0.2, both are same. So we are putting the same sequence as given in this particular order. So A1 0.2, A3 0.2, then A4 0.1 and A5 0.1. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take the least probability symbols and add them. So the two symbols of least probability is A4 and A5. You can see that we have A4 and A5. I'll just let you know how to make the tree as well, right? So that if there is confusion in sorting out this horizontal tree, we can put a vertical tree and track it, right? So A4 and A5 are the two symbols we are going to add. So A4 is 0.1 and A5 is also 0.1. So what we get? We get 0.2. When we add these two, we get 0.2. Okay. Now when we get 0.2, now here comes the difference between the Huffman and the minimum variance. In the Huffman code, we used to put this particular 0 point at the end, right? But here we are going to put this 0.2 at the top of the 0.2 list. So as A3 is already 0.2 and A1 is also 0.2, I'm going to put this 0.2 of newly built symbol at the top, that is here. Okay, so that makes the sequence difference. So we are going to get, let's say I have made it as A4 dash. Okay, A4 dash, and this is 0.2. Now what I have to do is I have placed it here. Now again, this is the sequence I have, and I'm going to again add the least probability symbols together. So those are what? A3 and A4, right? So I can see we have not A3 and A4, but we have this one, A1, right? A1 and A3. So A1 and A3 are being joined because A1 is, you can see this has been slided out here and this has been slided out here because here we have put the A4 dash. So we are going to add these two symbols and get the another new probability. So again, we are going to put 0 and 1 here. So I'm going to again make the leaf of the tree as A1 and A3. And you can just see that this is 0.2 probability and this is 0.2 probability again. I'm going to add these two and I'll get, let's say, A1 dash. You can name it or you cannot name, that is up to you. What will be the addition of these sum is 0.4. Now you see the 0.4 should be coming at the top. I'll put it above the 0.4 that has the probability A2, right? I'm going to put it above 0.2. So 0.24, that is A2 has been slided here and A1 has been slided here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this is 0.4 at the top. Now again, I'm going to find the least two probabilities, 0.4 and 0.2. These two are getting added. How the others are getting added? This is 0.4, that is as the A2, right? 0.2 as A2, and this is 0.4 as A2 and 0.2 as A4 dash, this one. So I'm going to make the tree this one. This is A4 dash, that is 0.2, this one. And I have A2, that is 0.4 probability. Now these two are added, 0.4 and 0.2. I'll get what? 0.6 I'm going to get, right? Now 0.6, see this is 0.6. Again, 0.6 is greater than 0.4, that is of A2. So A2 is slided down, and what I'm going to do again, I'm going to add these two, only these two are remaining, and I'll get 1. So this is repeated till I get this particular probability as 1. Right? Now I'm going to do what? I'm going to put 0 and 1. The left branch 0, the right branch 1. Left branch 0, right branch 1. Left branch 0 and right branch 1. Left branch 0 and right branch 1. In the horizontal part, the upper one is put at 0 and the lower one as 1. Upper 0, lower 1, upper 0, lower 1. When it is in vertical form, the left one 0 and the right one is 1. So now you can just track and get the code words. How you will get the code words? Let's say I'm going to talk about the first one, that is, let's say about A2. This is, where is A2? A2 is this one, right? How will I get? I have to track the code from root to the leaf. So from root, this is the one. I'll track it 0 and then 0. So the code word is 0, 0. For A1, just check it out. Where is A1? A1 is this one. How to track? This is 1 and this is 0. So 1 and 0. Okay. Next is A3. So how to get A3? A3 is 1 and then 1. So 1, 1. Then is A4. A4, just watch out A4. This is A4. So for A4, we have 0, then coming to right side 1, and then coming to left side as 0. So 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Then we have A5. A5, you can see where it is. It is here. And we have from top, that is 0, 1, and then 1. So what I get is 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is how I get the code words for the given example. The only thing you have to remember is maintaining the sequence. The new probability addition symbol is taken at the top of the sequence if two are same probability, right? If two are 0.4, so I'll put it on the top of 0.4, not at the bottom. In Hoffman code, we get it in the bottom, while in minimum variance, I get it at the top, right? So this is how we get the code of minimum variance. Now, you can just see there is the comparison of tree. I have already made the tree in this particular. So this is the tree for minimum variance Hoffman. So this is this A2, A4, A5, A1, A3, and the top. So this is A2, A4, A5, A1, A3. This is the tree which was made for minimum variance Hoffman code, and this is for the standard one, right? So this is the difference between the trees which are made. Now, just see in the next part, I hope everyone has got it, how to make the tree. I have explained you. Now, the comparison of code word. The code words which we have already done, we have already calculated or generated, I would say, generated the code words of through Hoffman code. These were these, because we have taken the same example, and I have compared it with the minimum variance also. So for A1, I got 0, 1, while in minimum variance, I got 1, 0. So I'll just see the length of the bits also. The length of code word. So the length of code word here is 2 in Hoffman. For A1, again it is 2. The length of the code word for A2 is 1 here, and here it is 2. In A3, we have the length as 3, and here we have 2. Here the length is 4, and here it is 3. Again in 5, A5 we have as 4, and here we have the length as 3. Now you can see how to calculate the variance as just see the variation between the length bit of the code word. Here the minimum length is 2 of the code word, and the maximum is 3, right? Here the minimum is 1, while the maximum is 4. So when I take out the difference, 3 minus 2, I get 1. So this is the variation between the length of the code. And here 4 minus 1, I get 3. So which one has the minimum variance? Obviously the minimum variance length. So this is what we achieve with the help of minimum variance Hoffman code. Now again we are going to compare the average length also. Now the important part here is I have just taken the code word, the symbol, the probability, the code word with the Hoffman coding, standard Hoffman coding, and the code words we have generated with the help of minimum variance Hoffman coding, right? So these are the one, A2, this is the code word we have generated with standard Hoffman, and this is the code word we have generated with the minimum variance. Now just see this particular, this is what? This is the formula for average length calculation, that is capital L is equal to summation k is equal to 1 to n pk dot lk. Pk is the probability of each symbol and lk is the length of the code word, single code word, right? So we have calculated the average length with the help of both, with the help of standard variation, standard Hoffman code also, and with minimum variance also. So we have seen what? Let's calculate it. L is equal to probability into length of the code word as 1. So 1. Probability into length of the code word as 2. So 0.2 into 2. 0.2 into 2 plus probability 0.2, length is 3. So 0.2 into 3. 0.2 into 3 plus 0.1 probability into length is 4. 0.1 into 4 plus A5 is 0.1 and length is 4 again. So 0.1 into 4. The calculation we get, after calculating, we get 2.2 and the unit is bits per symbol. This is the unit of average length. So this is the average length we have got with the help of standard Hoffman code. Now let's see the minimum variance length. Again, same way, 0.2 multiplied by length here is 2. So 0.2 into 2. 0.2 into, again, length is 2. 0.2 into 2. 0.2 into, again, 2. So 0.2 into 2. 0.1 into 3. So again, 0.1 into 3. 0.1 into, again, 3. And we get, again, 0.1 into 3. So this is what, again, what we see after calculation, we get what? We get 2.2 bits per symbol. Okay, so now here just match these two. The average length of both the codings are same. The difference is the variance. So I have, in the first slide, I have stated the minimum variance Hoffman code generates the variance which is minimum, right? So that is what in the minimum variance we have. So that's